the valley. Dr. Farooq Abdullah, former Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister, is my newsmaker tonight in Srinagar. Appreciate your joining us, Dr. Abdullah. We've seen this spate of killings in the Kashmir Valley in the last 10 days. Terrorists being killed. We've also seen Jawans being killed, civilians being killed in targeted attacks. Are we seeing a return to the cycle of terror in the valley, Dr. Abdullah, of violence in the valley?
Well, I think it has been, we have been thinking of this for a long time. The minute the abrogation of 370 took place on the 5th of August 2019, we were expecting that things will not get better. They'll certainly get worse, and they have got worse.
But the fact is, Dr. Abdullah, you're saying that you were sure in 2019 that things wouldn't get better. But the fact is, over the last year, there was a sense that things were getting better. At least that's what the central government and the Jammu and Kashmir LG would claim. The valley was returning to a semblance of normalcy. You were having local elections. The worry now is with targeted killings, many of them being non-Muslims, 7 of them, including Kashmiri Pandit Sikhs. The fear is we could go back to that 1990s period of targeted killings. So it's not just about Articles 370, it's much more about the manner in which these targeted killings are taking place now.
Rajdeep, if you remember, it's not just 7 killings, there have been 28 killings, out of which 21 are Muslims that have been targeted. So this has been continuing for some time. It's only now that people are waking up when it's the non-Muslims that are being targeted.
So the fact is, the fact is that that there are those who are saying today that you, Dr. Abdullah, others of your Gupkar alliance in the valley, now will link everything to Article 370 when you should be speaking in one voice against terrorism. You made this a political battle, and you seem to suggest that the government has failed because it abrogated Article 370, broke Kashmir into 3 parts, and therefore terrorism has increased. Where is the connection? Why not just unqualifiedly first condemn the violence?
Don't you think the government has been saying from the very first day that demonetization and the removal of Article 370 is bringing peace to the state? Don't you see that? I never said that. They said it. They said what was happening before will not happen. So why don't you remember that? They've been every day talking that there is peace and peace and peace. Is there peace?
There isn't peace, unfortunately. But can we at least have a stronger reaction, Dr. Abdullah, in terms of all the parties of the Kashmir Valley, indeed of this former state of Jammu and Kashmir, coming together? Jammu, Kashmir, whether BJP, National Conference, Congress come together. For example, when someone like a Makhanlal Bindru, one of the leading pharmacists, completely innocent, is gunned down in the heart of Srinagar, when others across communities are gunned down, why don't all politicians come together and speak in one voice when innocents are gunned down, instead of speaking about Kashmiriyat in the air? Is Kashmiriyat simply on paper? Does it really exist on the ground anymore?
I don't know about one voice. I don't know about one voice, but we have spoken, and we have spoken very firmly that this is not Kashmiriyat. This is not Kashmiri killing. I have been the first man who went to Bindru's house, and I had tears in my eyes because the man was so good. He never moved from Kashmir for the last 30 years. When in 90 the things were bad, Bindru never left. Bindru stayed. Even when he was asked to leave, he said, no, this is my home.
But that's precisely it, Dr. Abdullah. Mr. Bindru was a symbol of Kashmiriyat, and then gets gunned down.